What's going on, guys? tcshadowkillerx here, and today we're going to be looking at the Transformers 1 Studio Series Leader Class Blackout. So here we are, and there he is, and it forced it from us. I would normally say we would take a quick look at the packaging, but I do not have the packaging anymore, so let's just get right along to it. Here we have Studio Series Blackout in his nice 01 design here. Or 07 design, I should say. Got a nice head sculpt there. Some nice beady red eyes. And a nice little alien looking face there. Some nice molded in details all throughout the figure. You got the star crest there on his forearms. Got his little crotch plate here, nice picked out in paint. You got Blackout on his little propeller arm here, which does spin. Not real freely, but there you have that. And yeah, man, I think he looks pretty good. There is, whoa, don't topple up over now. There is the front. There is the side. There is the back. And he is very back heavy due to this backpack. But yeah, what are you gonna do? Accessory wise, he does come with his little Minicon Scorponok here. I don't have the other claw, unfortunately, but let's get a nice close-up here on Scorponok. Got some nice beady red eyes there for the face. Got a nice brown-ish coloration there going down the back. Some silver there. Gunmetal gray for the limbs. And if you want to store him on the back, you can take him. There is a post right here. There is a port right there on the underside. You just take him and you line that up, and he is plugged on. Let me get it all lined up here. Come on now. And there you have Scorponok on the back of Blackout there, so he can recreate that movie one or scene when he pops out of this back and goes into the sand at the military base. But there you have Blackout in his robot mode. Articulation wise, his head is on a ball joint, so he can look up, he can look up, he can look down, he can look left, he can look right. Get some not too much side to side there. Shoulders can go, I don't know if you want to call this a butterfly joint, but you do have that. You do have forward and backward movement for the arms. You do have outward. You do have a bicep rotation there. You do have a little under 90 degree there at the elbow. For the hands, you do just get a up and down here, and you can open his thumb. Nothing at the waist due to how he transforms. Legs can go, you can lift this crotch plate up, but legs can go forward about, come on now, work with me. That far, about that far. It can go backward on that nice ratchet joint there, about that far. You do have a butterfly, or not a butterfly, a chicken leg here, so you do have roughly 90 there at the knee. You can straighten his leg out if you want him taller. You do have a thigh rotation. You do have a ankle pivot there, and his toes can move up and down. So overall posability is not too bad. I mean, you can't get him into crazy poses. But other than that, I mean, he's still a pretty decent figure in my opinion. And that's pretty much all there is to say about the robot mode. So we are going to get down to the transformation. So first thing you want to do is you want to come here to the right arm and remove this section, fold this panel out, and set this off to the side for now. Next thing you want to do is you want to come, let's see, where do we want to start here? Where do we want to start? Come to the back section here. There's this section right here. Move the arm out of the way. This section will untab from the back. You see there's a tab right there that just slides right into that slot. You can take this backpack section down and bring it down and get the propellers out of the way. This is going to be a constant thing throughout the transformation, getting the propellers out of the way, but you just want to collapse that up. Then you want to come out to the underside here, and there's another panel that you want to flip out, just like so. Then you can raise this whole assembly up, just like so. And now we can start working on all of this. So next thing you want to do is you want to bring this whole section up, and it's gonna get in your way here, but you want to bring it up. Then you want to bring, okay, so how this works is that there is a little panel right here that hovers under this big section. So what you want to do is you want to bring it up so you can give that clearance, and then move this down, just like so. Now what you want to do is you want to spread his arms, lift this, so when you're in robot mode, this crotch section is down. You just want to flip it up. This will allow you to bring the whole waist and leg assembly down, and you see that tab just tabs in right there under his chest. You want to bring up the crotch plate. That way you can bring his legs straight forward. You want to straighten out his legs. Bring them as far forward as they will go. Straighten everything out just like so. That's how you want that. And then with what you want to do now is you want to bring this section up into this cavity right here, just like so. And what will happen here is this tab will go right into that slot right there. So you just want to line all of that up and get that all nice and tabbed in. And it does tab in fairly securely. It does tend to want to come undone. But if you bring them all the way up, how they are, his legs all the way up, how they are supposed to be, it will tab and stay secured. Just like so. Now, you want to come to the feet here, and you want to pull this panel down, rotate it around, and collapse it back against the foot. Now, you want to bring the foot down, which will straighten out this piston. Then you can rotate the whole leg around so that this panel is facing outward. Then what you want to do is you want to flip this panel out, and how this will work is there is this tab that will tab right here onto this panel. So you just want to tab that in, just like so. And do the same thing on the other leg. So you just bring his foot down, collapse all that up, rotate his leg just like so. Pull this panel out, rotate it around, collapse it back against the foot, and bring this panel out and tab it in. Now, with that all done, you can kind of see how this will work here. You got a, hi, I'm a propeller, sorry. You want to get that out of the way. You have two tabs here, one here, which will go right here, and see if you can see that there. Right under this panel right here. And then you got this whole long tab that will tab right here. And then you got this tab that will tab right in there. And then you got this tab right here that will just slide into that slot right there. So you just want to line all of that up. And yes, it is going to fight with you. It's just a matter of getting patience and having everything lined up as it should. And just, if you concentrate and just give it patience here and line everything up, it will tab all in securely, just like so. And there you got one side all done. You want to do the, I mean, this tab does tend to want to slide out. It tends to do it. So you want to do the exact same thing on the other side. Same exact tabs, same exact way. Line all that up here, just like so. Get that tab nice and secure. Get that tab nice and secure. And there you have the back of the helicopter all done. And here you can fold out the landing gear about halfway, just like that. So there you have that. Now, what you want to do here is you want to come up to the front. You want to fold this panel down. That will give you the ability to pull this whole section out from underneath it. And this will just be the front of the copter. You want to push his head down as far as it will go. And how you get his head back up into robot mode is there is a panel right here. You just simply push up like so. And his head, get the propellers out of the way, his head pops up. So you just want to push it back down. And you want to bring this panel in, or no, actually you want to bring this panel in first, then this panel over top of that, and that's how you make the front of the chopper. Now you want to flip up the landing gear, but be sure not to press up the panel, because then you will push his head back up, just like that. Now what you want to do is you want to take these panels, swing them in, they're on a double hinge, swing them in just like so, and they will tab together, just like so. Then you want to take these panels here, there's a post right here on either side that will peg in right here, so you just want to line that up, tab that in, line that up, tab that in, very nice and secure. Now you can come to the arms. You can untab this whole assembly here just like so, and you can see there is two tabs here, one tab here, one tab here, that will tab here and here. You want to bring this whole assembly out just like so. Bring this front piece out of the way just like so. Move it forward, get it out of the way. Now, what you want to do with the arms here is you want to open up this panel from the back, and you see there's a tab right there that just tabs right into that engine tank. Fold the engine tank side up, flip the wrist in. Then here at this point, you can bring his arm down, bring his arm into the shoulder assembly, rotate here, and you will see there is a tab here and a tab here that will tab there, and that tab will tab right in there. So you just want to take it, move the camera so you can see what I'm doing, move this panel down, move this forward, get it out of the way, and there you have that interlocking section right there. Now what you want to do now is you want to take this panel here, move it forward, and you're gonna have to move this out of the way to flex it. I mean, it's gonna have to happen. Unfortunately, I don't really like flexing things, but it has to happen, just like so. And with that, you see there is, move this out of the way as far as it will go. Alright, there is a tab here that will go under this panel, and there's a tab right here on the side of the door, or the chopper, that will tab right here. And there's a tab right here that will nestle right behind this panel on the leg. So you just want to line all that up, get that nice and tabbed in, just like so. And there you got one side of the chopper. And then you can bring this panel back. That tab will just tab right in there on that side. And there you got one side of the chopper. Second verse, same as the first. You just want to bring everything all around. Make sure, and this is kind of how you want the body in there looking. Alright, so we come to the front here. Bring this panel out, bring it back, bring the arm down, open up this panel, flip around the engine intake, rotate the arm at the bicep, flip the hand in, just like so. Flip this panel up, bring his arm into the engine tank, oil tank, or whatever it is, and then that tab there and that tab there will just interlock, just like so. Now you can bring this forward, get it out of the way, flip this panel up, bring this whole assembly up, just like so. And that all tabs nice and secure together. Same tabs, same connections, because its side is identical. You just want to take it, bring it all, line it up, just like so. Just give it all a nice squeeze, make sure everything stays together. Just like so. Get it all nice and flush. And there you have the other side of the copter. Then you can bring this panel back. That'll tab in. Then you can put him on the ground. Fold out the landing gear the rest of the way. Now we can move this and get you guys lower here. Straighten out the propellers, just like so. And they tab in, just like so. Bring this back in, and there is a peg with a notch right here that will go into that post with a notch. So you just take it, slide it in, just like so. And there you have Blackout, ladies and gentlemen, in his helicopter mode. And I think he looks pretty good, if I do say so myself. And yeah, it is a bit of a fiddly transformation, but I think he looks good for the most part. So we're gonna get, excuse me guys, pardon me, we're gonna get close here upon the details here. You got a nice 4500X here with the Decepticon symbol right there on the front. I got a paint chip right here on mine. Got a nice paint job going around. Again, you got that star crest there. United States Air Force 4500X. Danger, keep away. Blackout. And the propellers do spin. They do spin, just not as freely. And some of the propellers tend to get stuck, but there is that. And you can store Scorponok in this mode. What you want to do is... Whoa! Sorry guys, pretend that didn't happen. What you want to do with Scorponok is his tail, you want to compress it along himself, and there is a section here on the underside. As you can see, there is tabs that will just crest right over. I'm going to get these propellers out of the way so you can see what I'm doing here. There are these crests, just like so. You just want to stick him in there. Again. Jesus. Just want to stick him in there, man. And there we go. Just like so, and there you have Scorponok stored in vehicle mode. And I think it looks pretty good, if I do say so myself, despite my camera not wanting to cooperate. I'm sorry about that. Here is Blackout, and yes, he is amazing in my opinion. I do say I like it. Now for comparison, here he is with his wave mate, Leader Grimlock. So there you have that. Here he is with Leader Fallen. So there you have that. Here he is with Leader Megs. So there you have that. And just in case if you wanted to know what it looked like, here he is with the War for Cybertron Ultra Magnus. So there you have that. And here he is with the Masterpiece Movie Bumblebee. So there you have that. And I think that's gonna have to do it for Blackout here, folks. So oh Lord, I did that. Alright. My camera is all types of not cooperating today. So there you have Blackout, folks, and I think he does look pretty good. Robot mode is pretty good. Helicopter mode, amazing. The only thing I wish is that, along with some more of the Studio Series figures is more paint. Other than that, I like it. I do like the fact that they also made a repaint of him and made it Grinder, which was pretty good. It was just basically a battle damage version, excuse me, of Blackout. But yeah, I think that's gonna be all there is to have to say. So there is the Transformers Studio Series 2007 Leader Class Blackout, and final thoughts on the figure, man. I like it. I think it's pretty good for what it tried to pull out, for what Hasbro tried to pull out with it. I also do know that there is a Masterpiece Blackout from 2007 out there. I am very interested in getting that as well whenever I can. But yeah, there is the Studio Series Leader Class 2007 Blackout. And yeah, if you guys like this video, leave a comment, like this video, subscribe for more, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.